just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Eight yards to go on second down. Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win in the routes instead of their number one guy.
And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Fournette. Powers through him. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. Brady going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Brady's going to sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Tom Brady keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down.
He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there. Now Haskins, a pop pass to his wideout.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd and a yard, Haskins.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson.
His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. The
Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Here's a give to Fournette. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down.
To throw, it's Brady. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
3 yards the gain there, second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. A shotgun give to Fournette. Runs over it. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. 7-7, our score after 1.
Second and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
Here's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Haskins will throw.
Got a man, it's Gibson, complete.
And down he'll go at the 25.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Another try after the 1st down sack. Haskins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. Flush to his right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. Fournette, a 1st down, still going. And finally marked down at the 23. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. On 1st down, Brady. They'll swing this out to Fournette. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Running right through it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. One receiver to the left is Evans. A quick throw by Brady, complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. And Brady will sneak it. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Tom Brady with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point put through by Succop. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Haskins. To the right side and complete to Thomas. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Here's Haskins to throw.
This one left side caught by Gibson.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Haskins. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now it's Haskins. Slings this deep for McLaurin.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll make it a 2nd down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Now Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
In man coverage, your #1 cardinal rule, don't get beat deep. And that's why the comeback route is so effective, because that's how they're selling it, Brandon. Taking you all the way upfield before breaking it back down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. To throw is Brady. Flushed out right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
The throw there by Brady, intended for Gronkowski, but incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And shedding him off, now open field. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing on first down is Brady.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Brady. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Daron Payne able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
The sack backs him up 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs.
Operating from the gun, Brady. Dancing to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
And he missed it. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Haskins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Levante David. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, this has been a bit of a tough game to figure out when it comes to him throwing the football. He's got the 3 touchdown passes, but now, Charles, this is a 3rd interception.
And those aren't really numbers that you'd like to see balance out. In a normal ledger sheet, if you can balance everything, you feel good about your day. But as a quarterback, you need your ratio to be more like 3 touchdown passes to 1 interception.
On 2nd and goal, Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. There he goes, right side. 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll try the left side with Gibson. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
On play action, Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Mike Edwards picks it off. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fournette. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 5 yards remain on second down. Here's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 15-yard line.
And, partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Fournette, a first down carry. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Gibson. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Going deep downfield for Ross. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Washington. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This is Fournette. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. Open space inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Succop. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Going deep downfield for Ross. He's got a man, complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A huge play there for Washington.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch your ship, watch your ship. Hey, hey, watch your ship, watch your ship.
Now Haskins, a pop pass to his wideout. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Now it's Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Carlton Davis picks it. And now look at him go. He's at the 30. 10. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra point try now for Succop. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Buccaneers 42, Washington 48.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff for Gibson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.